and stop wearing such scary costumes.
Fellow Grojbandians! What's the one thing that would make tonight's Halloween gig the awesomest of all Halloween gigs?
A killer new tune complete with lyrics?
Oh! A killer new amp with a freaky skull on it?
So close! A killer new amp with a freaky skull in it that glows in the dark! If it were dark, that skull would so be glowing.
It's cool, Core, but...
I know, Rainy. And I'm sorry I've neglected you all this time.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Should have said that I dig your costume. My bad, man. It's sick.
Okay, the real people have arrived, so all lame-o boy bands must vacate immediately. I've got to wring the hallow out of this place.
And we are here to provide musical accompaniment, as advertised.
Oh, you know what? This ad was already answered. By no one! Bam! Bam indeed.
Dude, that amp kicks!
Guys, we've got a choice. Freak out because we're standing on dead people.
I vote that!
Or rock out right here. When the crowd shows up for the dance, they'll know where the party is.
Sounds fun and not creepy at all.
Only one question remains. If the amp blasted us here, then what blasted the amp here? No, seriously, I don't got a clue.
I was up all night finishing my costume, and also these flying origami bats you wanted. It's always origami. Well, what about origami? Well, I thought you might say that, so I made this life-size origami version of... Like, why hasn't Hunky Nick...
I can't help but feel like we should have done something there.
Well, it's not like we had anything to do with the whole zombie thing.
I'll give you the we part. We'd like to return one evil magic amp, please.
Okay, just a few simple questions.
Apparently, no, it's not a costume.
Thanks. Next question.
False alarm. They're just weird.
Hey, scary Halloween costume.
I'm not wearing a costume!
Come on, guys, to the school. All right. I know that busting into that school will most likely result in our brains being eaten right out of our skulls, or maybe our ears, or possibly through our nostrils.
Wicked!
But, where was I going with this?
You had a plan.
Then let's go!
Core! You brought us to a camp where your sister's the boss of us, and we have to compete against our mortal enemies?
Well, it doesn't sound as good when you say it out loud. So it looks like you came a long way for nothing, Riffin. If by nothing you mean victory, you're right. Oh yeah? Well, we've won every contest for the last 2 years. That's the same number as you've never won.
Never won because we never tried.
Our scary campfire song's gonna toast yours like a marshmallow. But it'll get so toasted that it just oozes and falls in the fire. And it's not delicious, it's just ruined. Well, whatever the worst burn of your life was, imagine it just got set to you. Twice! Am I crazy, or do we have to totally crush them?
I love a good grudge match. So, here we all are at this song contest or whatever. Whoever does the scariest song will, totally win this ugly trophy, I guess. But the losers, looking at Corey, will lose so hard they'll, totally explode or some junk and will never pollute my ear holes with their grody music again.
Sorry, old decrepit dude. We're looking for Scaremaster Blade Stabbington.
He's about 10 feet tall
With a heart made of souls.
and has a flaming rat for a sidekick.
Oh, you mean Biteface?
Aww.
That's us.
You're Scaremaster Blade Stabbington?
I used to be. Now I'm retired. I'm a gardener now. That rat used to be on fire 24/7. Now he's barely room temperature.
What changed?
You kids changed. It got harder and harder to get a fright out of you.
Guys, inspirational hum. Blade, you were the sickest. Kids would hear your songs and see eyes in every sink, monsters in every fridge, giant 9-headed snake otters in every toilet.
Ouch! Aww.
Would you like to buy some Kimmy Camper cookies?
I have the same cookies you have.
Oh, right.
Duh. How can he be romanticating if he's busy rowboaticating? I need you to get in the water and push the boat. But what about those...
Nick Mallory heard loud screaming.
That was totally me and my fear. I'm totally afraid of, Canoes!
Don't be afraid of canoes, Trina Riffin. Just think of it as a giant taco.
Triumphance! If you look too hard, you'll only see your own screaming face. Because space, like our souls, holds only the fear we put there.
Scary. Where was that last night?
Who knows, fella? Who ever knows?
What's that?
It's my massage chair. Con, engage.
Music and massage all wrapped in one! Now, let's get the knots out of that deep tissue!
There! We've trained for this! Play dead!
It's just a costume, guys.
Obviously. A bear wouldn't, play guitar, right, Kin?
Sure. We, noticed that like crazy.
Just FYI, those costume bands were also lyric bands.
Shh.
But Core, what?
Shh. Why so negative, fella? Does someone need a bear hug? Ow! Future Corey will worry about lyrics. Today, Corey is dressed like a bear.
Sorry, Grojband. You're noising so loud, Mina can't hear herself think what I tell her to think.
What are you doing?
Measuring to see how much less of you I need for my party tonight.
Well, you'll have even more room for your party when you have it somewhere else. Because this garage is ours, too. You're gonna have to bear with us.
What kind of hole do we throw Corey into? A pit? Too unoriginal. Chasm? I can't even spell that. Canyon? A pit! That's totally it! Completely the best idea, Trina!
We gotta get these costumes off.
I got a crazy plan that just might work.
Oh no, he didn't.
Stolen that transition.
Core!
Let me field this one, my good man. But wherever shall we find lyrics for a zoo-themed song?
With bait, of course. Nick, you gotta get us out of here.
Nick thinks every bear has to pay his debt to society.
But we didn't do anything.
Hold it right there, Bear. You were framed? Nick Mallory would do anything to help innocent bears.
They may have, Guy. Guess we'll never, ever, ever, ever know. Thanks.
Thanks for coming out, everyone. And Kin gets the hat trick.